A developed country is one which has a developed economy, a stable and efficient government, modern infrastructure, strong educational system, plentiful employment possibilities, extensive health and social services, and a high level of personal freedom. Countries that fall just short of these targets are categorized as developing. Those that fall significantly short of the standard are categorized as least developed nations, and are eligible for particular United Nations assistance programs. The yearly Human Development Index published by the United Nations is the most frequently used and acknowledged indicator of a country's development status. In this video, we shall be using this metric to deduce the top 15 most developed countries in Africa 2024. 15. Angola. Angola, a country that has faced difficulties due to civil warfare, has shown resiliency and advancement on its path to economic growth and development. The nation's attempts to reconstruct after years of strife and its changing political environment both reflect the country's move from a turbulent past to a stable future. Angola's economy has advanced significantly as a result of its substantial oil output and diamond exports. The rise of businesses like agriculture and tourism is a result of efforts to diversify the economy and lessen reliance on oil. Fishing and agriculture, particularly animal husbandry, provide substantial contributions to job creation and economic expansion. Angola has become a regional participant in trade and commerce because of the developments of modern infrastructure, such as highways and ports, which has boosted internal and international connections. 14. Kenya. Kenya, an East African country, is a vibrant center of innovation and the continent's main engine of economic growth. Kenya has drawn international investment and positioned itself as a regional economic powerhouse because of its advantageous geographic location and well-developed infrastructure. Nairobi, the nation's capital, has acquired the nickname Silicon Savannah, thanks to its developing digital community, which is distinguished by a bustling startup scene and groundbreaking mobile payment solutions. A number of industries, including agriculture, horticulture, and tea production, support Kenya's economy. The nation's advanced agriculture methods and value addition have made a substantial contribution to its economic success. Additionally, Kenya's dedication to protecting wildlife, demonstrated by the well-known Masai Mara National Reserve, has established the country as a popular eco-tourism destination, generating income and employment growth. 13. Ghana. Ghana, a country situated on the coast of West Africa, has distinguished itself as an African continent leader in political stability and economic expansion. Ghana is a role model for good administration due to its history of peaceful political transitions and dedication to democratic ideals. The nation's capacity to uphold political stability has cultivated a setting favorable to long-term advancement and development. Ghana's economy has grown consistently, propelled by a variety of industries. The cultivation of cocoa in particular, along with other agricultural products, is crucial to the economy. Additionally, a sizable portion of the nation's revenues comes from the export of gold. Ghana's proactive attempts to successfully manage its resources have led to economic resilience even in the face of changes in the global economy. 12. Namibia. Namibia is a small nation in southern Africa, with a population of just 2.5 million. It has a long coastline on the South Atlantic. It has the highest level of mineral wealth in sub-Saharan Africa, including diamonds and uranium, and is also the driest nation in the region. In terms of development, Namibia is ranked 129th globally and 12th in Africa. There are 2.6 people living in the nation. Due to their shared historical background, Namibia's economic growth is strongly tied to that of South Africa. The main industries of the nation are mining, agriculture, and tourism. Their internet banking system is quite efficient, and it serves as a superb platform for online transactions. Political stability and prudent economic management have supported the decrease of poverty and helped Namibia reach upper middle income status. 11. Morocco. Being among the most developed nations in Africa, Morocco is ranked 11th in the continent and 123rd overall. A rough estimate of the population is 35.7 million, and the geography is primarily made up of vast deserts, mountains, and distant coastlines. The services industry, mining, building, manufacturing, textile, telecom, information technology, and tourism are only a few of the sources of Morocco's resources. Morocco has maintained a fair amount of stability and prosperity since becoming independent. It is a member of the African Union, the Union for the Mediterranean, and the Arab League, and has the fifth largest economy in Africa. It is a major player in both the African and Arab worlds and is seen as a medium power in international affairs. 10. Cape Verde. Cape Verde is a group of islands approximately 570 kilometers off the coast of West Africa. The background of Cape Verde's mountains, rough seaside communities, undulating scenery, and gorgeous beaches attract tourists and, as a result, international investors who contribute to the country's GDP. Cape Verde has a Human Development Index of 0.6848. This value placed it 122nd out of 188 nations and in the medium development category. 9. South Africa. South Africa is a country located at Africa's southernmost point. Its economy, which is considered to be the second largest in Africa after Nigeria, is supported by the agricultural, industrial, and tertiary services sector, with the latter being the most important contribution. South Africa, like Cape Verde, has a Human Development Index of 0.666, putting it in the medium development group and 3 places ahead of Cape Verde on the list of the most developed nations. 8. Egypt. Egypt, commonly known as the Arab Republic of Egypt, is a country in both Africa and the Arab world. Egypt occupies the northeastern section of Africa and the southern part of Asia. Egypt's economy is based on agriculture, media, petroleum imports, natural gas, and tourism. About 3 million Egyptians work abroad, mostly in Libya, Saudi Arabia, the Persian Gulf, and Europe. Rapid population expansion, limited arable land, and reliance on the Nile continue to put pressure on the economy and resources. Egypt had a Human Development Index of 0.691 at the end of 2015. This value enabled it to move up many places on the list of the most developed countries, ending up in 111th place out of 188 countries and territories. 7. Gabon. Gabon is a nation located on Africa's west coast, astride the equator. Gabon, a former French colony, has significant links to France, as well as to the French language and culture. Libreville is the country's capital. The strong economy is one of the indicators of Gabon's progress. In fact, Gabon's GDP per capita is one piece of economic evidence. According to the most current survey conducted, GDP per capita is projected to be $16,400 in products and services. This is a large sum when compared to other African countries, demonstrating that Gabon is a fully developed country. Gabon's exports are another source of proof for the country's progress. Gabon exported an estimated $10.8 billion in products last year, the majority of which were cocoa, coffee, sugar, palm oil, rubber, and critically, oil. This demonstrates Gabon's growth, since only a developed country would be capable of taking its strongest assets and utilizing them to its advantage. 6. Botswana. Botswana is a country in southern Africa. Botswana's economy is based on mining, livestock, and tourism. Botswana has one of the world's highest per capita growth rates, and experts forecast even faster development in the future with prudent fiscal policies. This is understandable given that this country is home to the world's largest diamond mine. Botswana has a Human Development Index score of 0.698, classifying it as a medium-developed country and placing it 108th out of 188 on the list of the world's most developed nations. 5. Libya. Libya is a North African country. Oil production is the most important contributor to the Libyan economy. Libya has Africa's most extensive oil deposits. The World Bank has designated Libya as an upper-middle income economy, one of only 8 African countries to achieve that status. Libya has a Human Development Index of value of 0.716, placing it 102 out of 108 nations and territories in the high human development category. Libyans may expect to live till the age of 71.8. The country also has one of Africa's highest per capita incomes. Libya's major source of income is oil earnings. Oil and natural gas accounted for approximately 3/4 of national income and nearly all of the country's export profits at the beginning of the 21st century, although employing fewer than 1/10 of the labor force. 4. Tunisia. Tunisia is a North African nation in northern Africa. Tunisia's economy is based on manufacturing, services, tourism, and mining, with the services sector contributing most of the GDP. Tunisia was named Africa's most competitive country by the World Economic Forum in 2009. Tunisia had a Human Development Index of 0.725. This value placed it in the category of high human development and is ranked 97th out of 108 nations and territories. The average Tunisian is anticipated to live until the age of 75. Tunisia's economic freedom score is 56.6, ranking the country 119th in the 2023 index. Its total score has risen by 0.8 points, owing mostly to better fiscal health. Tunisia is placed 10th out of 14 nations in the Middle East and North Africa area, and its total score is lower than the regional and global norms. Despite the aspirations created by the 2011 Arab Spring for considerable liberalization, Tunisia's economy remained among the most unfree in the world this year, where it has been for more than a decade. 3. Algeria. Algeria, Africa's largest country, is likewise located in North Africa, and shares borders with Tunisia. Algeria's economy is also driven by oil, although the country is attempting to diversify its economy to minimize young unemployment. Algeria's Human Development Index is 0.745. Algeria's economy is driven by its export trade in petroleum and natural gas, commodities that, despite variations in global prices, provide nearly 1/3 of the country's yearly GDP. Until 1962, the economy was mostly centered on agriculture and supplemented the French economy. Since then, hydrocarbon extraction and production have been the most essential activities, allowing for fast industrialization. 2. Mauritius. The nation of Mauritius is an island republic in the Indian Ocean, roughly 2,000 kilometers east of Madagascar, off Africa's southeast coast. The Mascarene Islands include Mauritius, Rodrigues, and Reunion. The bulk of Mauritius's population lives in Port Louis, the country's capital and largest city. Mauritius has progressed from a low-income, agriculture-based economy to a high-income, diversified economy focused on tourism, textiles, sugar, and financial services since its independence from Britain in 1968. Mauritius' economic history since independence has been dubbed the Mauritian Miracle, and Africa's success. Information and communication technology, fisheries, hotel and property development, healthcare, renewable energy, and education and training have grown as prominent industries in recent years, garnering significant investment from both domestic and foreign companies. Mauritius has a high ranking in terms of economic competitiveness, a favorable investment climate, competent governance, and a free economy. Seychelles. Seychelles is an island country located off the coast of East Africa. Seychelles' economy is mostly based on tourism, agriculture, and fishing, with tourism employing the majority of the workforce. Despite having the highest GDP in Africa, Seychelles suffers from marginalization and unequal economic distribution, resulting in poverty for some of its citizens. Seychelles is Africa's most developed country, with a Human Development Index of 0.782. It ranks 63rd out of 188 countries and territories. The average Seychellois will live to be 73.3 years old, having completed 14.1 years of schooling. The GDP per capita in the country is $23,886, making it the second highest in Africa. So, there you have it, viewers. The top 10 most developed countries in Africa 2024. Make sure to press the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you don't miss out on future educative and informative videos regarding the interesting continent of Africa. Thanks for watching this one. Catch you all in the next.